Welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. Last day of spring. So last time we did a lot of farm planning. And I'm just trying to see, I don't have a bag on me. I'm trying to see what I can help them with. And it looks like they're just about done, actually. I could probably help with some... Actually, honestly, I think they got it. How much time do they have? Oh, not too much time. I think they have an hour. And they're working on... Which field? Field 9. Just cabbage. Not the worst that doesn't get finished. Why are we short on carrots? I think we have carrot seeds. Yep. They just didn't plant them for whatever reason. And we had enough fertilizer. That's good. Cool. So the planting is all done. Just about. Done enough for me to not really be worried about it. So, we could go into some building. We could do some more money making. We could pick up these sticks and these stones. We could finish this house. There's a lot of things we could do. I think I'm going to work on the smithy and the sewing hut, and then get all of our crafting things finished. I think everyone has a job. Yes, we can probably move those around a little bit if we want to. But yeah, I think we're in a really good spot. Just whack at this house while I'm thinking about what to do next. Definitely want to get into not doing that. Doing some quests. So I could do the main story quests. I could do Alwyn's quest, actually. That might be more enjoyable for me. Now that we're village is pretty much self-sufficient. This is also why I feel like it's not beneficial to turn this into a window. To like rush too much, because once you get to a certain point, everything kind of starts to take care of itself, and I don't know. I feel like we have little time for things to take care of themselves. How many logs do we have? 114 logs. Yeah, I mean, definitely gonna need to start. Yes, it is, Unislava. Thanks for noticing. Getting the village, despite what she just said, looking nicer. Like meeting areas, places to sit, things that they complain about all the time. Putting roads in, making this so it's not just kind of like thrown around, and stuff like that, I think would be good. Yeah, and then once we get the farm food going, we can start to make actual anything else I can throw on there. I don't have too much meat, so let's not worry about. Of course, I have a lot of roasted meat. Yeah, let's just I won't do all of it. We'll do. Let's put 35 in there. The rest in here. Or as much as we can. There we go. Let's put that back in there. So, yeah, there's a lot of different things we can do. And honestly, I should have pre-planned before I started recording, to be honest. I thought I was going to have to do some farming, but it looks like the farming is all kind of taken care of. Let's see if they actually finished everything. So far, so good. Yep, they finished those carrots. They filled the carrots in. They did not finish the last cabbage field, but that is perfectly fine. And honestly, next month, I did it again. Keep saying month. Next season, they might be a little short on fertilizer, so they might not get all of the cabbage sown. And honestly, I'm perfectly fine with that. We're going to have so much cabbage eventually that it's not a huge deal. Whatever fertilizer we have is fine. I mean, yes, more cabbage equals more fertilizer in the future, but I think we'll be okay. Let me go ahead and drop some stuff off. Yeah, I'm currently wearing winter stuff. And I'm very dirty. So let me, I don't know what I'm doing. Especially going into summer. There we go. I'll go put those in my personal chest so no one takes them.
What?
I don't know. All right. I think at this point, let's just go to the next season. There's really nothing else to do. Magically get clean. Ooh, hunting incident. Annual hunt, royal hunt was held in forest nearby. The prestigious event was, however, cut short due to an unfortunate accident. Your villager was shot with an arrow because one of the hunters thought it was a deer. The king extended his apology for recklessness of his man and offered some compensation. After a short conversation with the king's representative, he bids you farewell and leaves, handing you the promised compensation. So we got 200 coin, but Unislawa is not working very well at all. 80% less efficient. Interesting. I've never seen something like that before. What is she doing? She's the cook. Okay. That's fine. I mean, not fine for her, of course. That's very unfortunate. We got 200 coin out of it. I mean, at least they compensated us.
Hail, friend.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was trying to pick up the stone.
Hey!
Yeah. All right, let's go talk to
I
Slava.
can't say a bad word about our king.
I can't say a good word either. How can I help you?
All right, let's see. Let's do this one. A 6. There it is. Plus 11. All right, wife time. Yay. That also frees up another house. Because her house should move in with us, and her house is now empty. And she has a little wife symbol now.
Hello there, dear.
Dear. Let's see. How's our kingdom doing? Structures are deteriorating. Oh no. We can fix that. Repair. What is falling apart? Is it someone's house? It's not someone's house. Oh, there's one over there. I wonder if that's from when I was building and I hit a tree on it. Probably. Here we go. All fixed up. Oh yes, and we have crops now. Let's hope with the harvest. It's gonna be a lot. We get with my skills, I get better chance to collect more. So I'm also do the harvesting. So I think the focus for now is kind of what the focus was. I mean, in the purpose of the whole purpose of doing the farming is to get better food. Now I know technically I'm like joking, sort of joking, saying that we are carnivores. I can't move. I took too many cabbages. I have no idea where I'm storing them all. Golden cabbage. I know it's kind of like a joke when I say like, oh yeah, we're meat eaters. That's all we eat. But I don't know. I just feel like make it somewhat realistic in that we can't just survive on just meat. We have to eat something of substance. So having some vegetables will help us do that. Get rid of the seeds. $215 onion. That's pretty good. 450 rot. I think cabbage gives you 600. Cool. Do I have a... I don't have a sickle. Just make one for now.
Of course I need fertilizer. I need it to grow cabbages, which I can then turn into more fertilizer to grow even more cabbages.
I mean, he's not wrong. That's exactly what I'm doing. harvesting our flax and running out of too far. I think they go and do all the harvesting first. So that's kind of what they're working on now. Just finishing all the harvesting. And then they'll go back and plant. There we go. Yep, now they're planting. Oh no, they're still harvesting. Okay. That's all the harvesting for now. Guess that'll be cabbage as well. Let's go drop off all of our supplies. So what do we got? Got 84 wheat. A lot of rye grain still. Decent amount of flax, not a lot. Oh, we also have these seedlings. Let's take these. Figure out what we want to plant. I need a bag. No leather. Okay. We're not going to do that right now then. We can do that later. Maybe this month, maybe not. Rabbit trap. There's a lot to do. All right. I'm getting distracted by sticks. We should not do that. We should build. Let's build the smithy. We could probably switch. Who's this working? Manfred. We could probably switch Manfred to the smithy. I think it's more worth his time to make us more tools. Builder trance is really kicking in.
It's easy to talk with me. I just don't like
Oh,
conversations
it's not done.
about the weather.
And now, boom. Yay. We're going to go mining. Find a good mine. Hopefully one without bears. Yeah.
My uncle had been building this house for 10 years. I wonder how much time it would take him to build a settlement like this one.
Probably a long time. All right, so production smithy. Manfred. Let's just put some of these on. Okay. We don't have to do all of them. I'm just getting them available. So we want, want some stone axe because we have lots of people use those. He needs hammers, so we'll do a lot of that. Just a little bit of stone knife. Some hoe. Because we need those for. And these are for our farmers. Wooden shovel, we'll just do a little bit. Hold off on that because I don't want to use all of our linen. Pickaxe. We can do the final 5 in arrows. There we go. It'll be a little low on stuff until he makes a few hammers, and then he'll be fine. Of course, I could just go make a hammer for him. Let's do that. Let's get him started with a few hammers. There we go. And then we need some fertilizer. See, there's so much to do. This is not going to be enough fertilizer for everything either. But that's okay. So I could go do some hunting, just to stock up on some of our other supplies. Or I can, well, I might go do that and go get the boars since they're still close by. That way I have leather available for when I need it. Oh yeah, I'm slow, so I have all the fertilizer. Oh, and cabbage. Let's go put that away. Yeah, we're getting some food now. Still just one page, but that's all right. And we still have like no money. Oh, we have 326 because we got compensated for our injured worker. All right, let's go ahead and build the sewing hut real quick, just so we have it. Excuse me, just so we have it done. So we have so many logs.
Well, I don't think anyone would use a bit of rot.
Hey. All right. So this will be our money maker for a little while. But I need to make sure I have supplies from hunting. So let's go do some hunting. Actually, let's get the bow out in case we see some rabbits on the way. Scurrying around. Looks like I missed him. Broke a stone knife. Do I still have knives? I have one, and then do I have a copper knife? I have 2 copper knives, so we should be good. Alright, we're entering boar territory, so let's get the recurve out. Oof. I didn't want to say anything in case he hit me, but I think I'm figuring out how to dodge. Kind of have to, because if you just go to the side, he turns and still hits you. So you have to kind of go to the side and do like a little circle like that. It worked that time. I think I did it one time before. We'll have to keep trying that when we get in trouble. Well, it doesn't work if you get hit. All right. That was 2. There's at least one more over there. Check to see if that's it. Nope, one more. Where is that? Ooh, that was close. Lost track of it. I'm just gonna run. Okay. We lived. All right, now was that it? Okay. That was close. Excuse me. I keep needing to clear my throat. I did learn something watching some other YouTubers play that I don't think I knew before. But, and it's probably a very simple game mechanic that I just never realized. If you sleep in your bed, even in the middle of a season, not going into a new season, you heal. I did not realize that. So I'm not going to worry. I think I'm done hunting for now. I'm not going to worry about the little bit of health I lost right now, because I'm probably not going to really go anywhere either. So I don't have to worry about running into, you know, any other animals that'll want to kill me, hopefully. So yeah, save some broadleaf plantains too. Speaking of, I should probably pick some of those up. Oh, here's a bunch. Nope, I want to take it. Oh, forgot to harvest this one. Oh, there's that one. Yeah, so today's a lot of odd jobs. Kind of jumping around doing a lot of different things. I think yeah, I don't know. I will say, I apologize. I kind of just jumped into this episode not thinking of what I wanted to accomplish, so that's why it's kind of all over the place. Or definitely think about what I want to do next time, for the next episode. Just because if you'd running without a plan, I can't just like sit here and, oh, let me think about it while I'm recording, and it just doesn't seem, it's just not what you do when you are recording videos. So I'll do better with that next time. I will think of a plan and hopefully, yeah, we'll go from there. But yeah, this one's just going to be a bunch of odd jobs. I'm just kind of picking up. Probably plantains will be useful. I don't know if we're really going to get into poisons very much, but I feel like you need nightshade for something else too.
No one can destroy the metal. The metal.
Oh yeah.
It down like a vicious blow.
Anyone know where that song's from? It's a Tenacious D song. It's a good song. But he didn't sing it because that would probably be copyright or something like that. But yes, it was it's a good song. All right. You know what I could do? I could build more compost bins. Where is it? I have 3. Yeah, let's do that. Right next to everyone's houses, this nice smelly compost. Oh yeah. I mean, we have so much meat. I can even do another. I can do 100. Actually, let's just do all the cabbage. Let's take all the low meat. Let's fill these up. Probably won't need these long term. I can probably get rid of them at some point, but for now, I'll also get some fertilizer. And that won't be full, but that's okay. I think we'll go with that for now. Let's go get a drink of water. Ah, refreshing. Okay, so what do we need in the village besides places to sit? So I don't think I can afford them at the moment. No, 500 for log bench. Everything else is too much technology. I mean, oh, I guess I could pick up my rabbit trap. Could go fishing. Or I can run around and do quests. There's this quest at two quests at Jazerica, one at Hornica, Stovia. That's a quest. That's a current target. Yeah, there's a bunch of quests. But I'm not going to do that for now. That might be a good first day of a season sort of thing. Let me just pick up some of these sticks. Like I said, you can never have too many sticks. So what else can we build? I mean, I could start to figure out where I want the animals to go, actually. That would be a good idea. Which, my first thought would be toward, like, close to the farm. But this is already kind of like, okay, we got the farming, we have the production area. I don't know if I want to go out too much more than that with houses right now. I can clean this up and make it more like the extraction area. And then... Oops, sorry. Excuse me. And then over here I can have the animals. Kind of have it on both sides. I don't want to have the animals on the complete edge. I don't think anyone really attacks in terms of this map. I don't know about the oxbow. I feel like the oxbow maybe. But yeah, I can put some road in here. Excuse me. And you know, put the animal area over here. I probably have them fenced in. Like one large fence, but this is pretty open as is. And I can also put a few, you know, they have this, keep the berry patch in the middle just for aesthetics or something for the animals. Could do something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm kind of at a loss as to what to do. So, I am going to pause the video, think about it, and come back when I have decided. So, yeah, be back in a sec. Okay, I'm back. I have decided to make some flax, which is ironically right where I was standing. I can also make some wheat. Let's do the flax. I'm not going to process all of it. Let's do 80. No, let's do 70. All right, and while that's going, so what I am going to do, since we always seem to be in trouble with money, is making some flax so we have some materials. Then I'm going to go over the sewing hut and see what we can make in the sewing hut that we could just purchase the scheme of currently, which should be a lot of things, and then B, we have a decent amount of materials or the ability to get the materials like leather, that we can make a good amount of them. Because clothing sells pretty good, depending on what you're making. So it's probably going to be something simple like fur shoes or something like that, where I think fur shoes take leather and fur. But yeah, and I mean we could even use the flax for make some bags, so we don't have to make simple bags for our farmers, so they last a little bit longer. But yeah, that's the immediate plan. The other thing, our quest currently is to hunt a bear and a moose. The moose is not too bad. They're just kind of like deer. The reason I don't hunt deer is because they run away. Moose are the same. They're just stronger, so it's even harder than deer. But the bear, it's gonna be rough. Right here is a bear. And the good thing is it's close, so I can probably go over this way. I don't have to run into that wolf spawn. The bad thing, or not the bad thing, but the bad thing is the wolf spawn. I think I eventually want this to be my mine, which means to get the bear to not spawn, I'm going to have to build something there. I think the first thing I'll build is a resource storage. So whenever we go to hunt this bear, I want to make sure it's at a good time in this season, where I can hunt him, start the resource storage, finish it, so the bear no longer appears there. And then also, if it's towards the end of the season, I can go in and get some copper and tin and put it in the resource storage. So that's that plan. It probably won't be, I don't think it'll be this season, just because I want to focus on, like I said, making some more money and doing the sewing thing. But that's just some thoughts I had. Honestly, I was only away from the game for 5 minutes. I just needed a second to think about exactly what I wanted to do, rather than, you know, getting distracted in game, picking up literally everything I see. So, I mean, some aesthetic things for the village will be nice too. Like, we need to get some lighting of some sort. I mean, these will all come with, as we get more supplies. So speaking of lighting, I'm curious what we can do. Okay, so this requires linen, fabric, and thread. We do braziers, which requires iron bars. That's going to be very late game. Lanterns, that's going to be pretty late because it's 5,000. Those are 1,000. Yeah, standing torches might be all we can really do. Lighting at the beginning, that's fine. Alright, so we need to buy the scheme. I also need to buy fabric one. And then let's see which one we want to buy. So probably can't make backpacks for a while. Not armor. Great clothes is gonna be too nice. I look decent clothes. Warm boots. Oh yeah, these are all. Let's do standard clothes. Winter shoes. Okay, so that's 10 fur, 10 leather. That's a decent amount of. We can only make 2 at the moment. We don't even have enough money to buy it, so let's not do that. A lot of these are heavy on the fur, and honestly, the hunting for fur is a lot more difficult. You know what I can do, actually, because of that? Let's go to hunting. I can change this. So I had it 50-50. I feel like it's easier to get leather. So let's turn this down. Let's just do 15%. And turn this all the way up. Get a lot more fur. Just because I don't usually hunt for prefer, except for the rabbits that I get, but those only give you 2. It's not like it is a really good supply. I mean, when I get the bear and the moose, I think moose gives fur. The bear definitely gives a lot of fur, but I don't hunt them on a regular basis. Basic hat would be good. It just requires straw, which we have plenty of, so let's get that one. These are pretty much linen and leather. That is just leather. That is just linen. Alright, and then I think for the winter, we're gonna do this one. This requires the least amount of stuff. And then how much money do we have left? We could do one simple, we can do the hood. Yeah. Okay, so we need to make some bread. And this is going to take a while. Obviously, this would be something a villager can do at some point. I think my focus will be... I mean, if you look at my skills, I'm focused mostly on the kitchen, because that's probably what I spend most of my crafting time with. But yeah, for now, I'll do a little sewing. And I'm not going to make you guys watch this. I'll bring you back after when it's close. All right, welcome back. So unfortunately, I recorded some footage that did not have any sound to it. So, and I had already saved. So I'm just going to go with it and just show you what I did in the meantime. So I was in the sewing hut before, making some clothing. I ended up making some extra hats and things, pretty much just a bunch of sewing stuff that I had talked about before, and then went into town to sell. The exciting thing is I found... Where am I going? Here we go. I found 2 villagers that I think will be really good for our village. Amelia, she is now seamster, working at the sewing hut. Kind of working on the stuff that I sold. So I sold the basic hats, simple hood, winter bracers. That's what I sold. Actually out of flax. Yeah, I can make some more flax. And then the other person we got, Ulrika, and I just put her in the extraction excavation set to work on getting more stones and things, I guess. Mainly because once we get going with the, I mean, it's already gone, but once it's full-fledged and, you know, it essentially we're going to need a lot of stone because, you know, you can see all these are pretty much made from stone. So yeah, more stone is good. And, you know, a little bit of copper right now is good too. So yeah, I also bought some, with some of the money, I bought some manure, just made the fertilizer because we are low in fertilizer. And the ironic thing is, oh, I have linen thread on me. Let's put that away. The ironic thing is, this is obviously summer season. This is when I have some cabbage in there and some meat. Actually, I have cabbage on me. Let's put that 10 in there. Yeah, so next season we'll have a decent amount of fertilizer, but this season is essentially what I call the cabbage season because a lot of there's a lot more cabbage growing. So we have this field, pretty much anything that has all the flax fields. So this is cabbage. These two should be cabbage. I think this one should be cabbage. Field 7? Yeah, it should be cabbage. It was onions. And then obviously this one over here will also be cabbage. So we are that short on fertilizer where none of these... What are they waiting on? I thought I just put fertilizer in there for them. They don't have bags. Okay. Can we fix that? We have this. Actually, what I could do, hopefully I have the cash for it. I thought this one. How much is... Okay, yeah. Oh, I have a lot of cash. Yeah, that was the thing too. It was quite a lucrative sell. So we are not low on cash anymore. Alright, so I need some fabric, but I can make a few of these bags. Let's make some fabric. And it still uses some leather, but, you know, using a little bit of the linen I think is worth it, because the bag versus the simple bag breaks down a lot more slowly, and you know, our farmers will definitely appreciate that. Man, sewing does take a while. Personally, I like to do a little bit of sewing here and there, but I'm not going to put any of my skills into it because most of the time I end up with doing cooking. Sewing is for me more so like for cash. And I think the villagers, when they're assigned to do it, it's going while I talk. The villagers, when they're assigned to do it, usually do a good enough job for me to make enough money. So I usually focus on kitchen, which is why my skills are going into reducing kitchen time. I mean, yeah. So flatbread, I think, is a good, like, cheap thing to make. It just takes so long. I think it would be a lot better and better of an option if I had fast crafting on, so you didn't have to see each one go. But I don't know. I want to play the game kind of as it's supposed to be for now. Maybe in a future playthrough or switch that around a little bit. She's not in there working at our new worker because I don't think she's in from town yet. So, yeah, our village is coming together pretty well. Now let me check real quick. Housing. Okay, so we have one empty house, that one. And actually, what I will kind of want to do... So I've been thinking about, and this will probably be a next episode thing since we're coming to the end of this episode. But I've been thinking about how I want the village to look. And I think, I don't know, it's a little pretentious, I suppose, but I think I always build myself one of the bigger houses. Like the regular house, yeah, like the simple house rather than the simple small house. I don't get the huge house because I feel like that's a waste. Oh, actually, this is 4. I thought you could hold more people in those, but it's pretty much the same as a simple house. Okay, well, maybe I will build myself one of these. And then I like to build some of these for, like, some of our farmers, because we always have a lot of farmers, and that way they can have, instead of 1 kid, they can have 2 kids, because they have a bigger house. But anyways, I'm getting a little off track. So we have our road coming in here. I have a road this way. I'm going to build a road this way for these houses. I want to build my house sort of central, kind of like here-ish, pretty much not really where the well is, but probably over this way. I'll move that back a little bit. And then, you know, coming up here to the right over here, I think this is where I'm going to put the animals. So I'm going to fence them in, or I have to cut down all these trees. Or fence them in and, you know, to keep them that way. And I could go out here to where I don't have to cut trees, but it's a little too far from the village. And it's a little bumpy here too. So yeah, I might build like another road over there. I've been thinking about exactly how I want to, you know, deck out the village a little bit, and I think that's where I'll start, because I do want to start getting into some animal buildings. So I kind of want to build, you know, I'll build my house and slowly work on it around here, and then in the meantime work on some of the animal stuff. So, yeah, I've talked in the past about not having a plan. I think that is the plan for now, as well as. I go to the journal. Did I even start Alwyn's quests? Maybe I didn't, or maybe they expired. Hopefully they didn't. I'll have to check that out. That'll be my plan next time too. To go to Gustovia and check that out. Oh, I need to. They're not doing any work because I didn't put the bags away. What time do we have? Okay. So I think we're going to leave the episode there. So next episode, I will go into Gustovia, and hopefully Alvin's quests are still going because I kind of want to get those going. Because I don't think I did any. It doesn't look like I did any. So hopefully he still has a quest marker. It's a little oversight on my part. But, so yeah. So I'll start with those quests. And then, you know, start to build the village out a little bit and get going on some animals. Another thing I'll say real quick before I go. Obviously the housing along the river won't last forever because I don't want to like stretch too long, so I'll probably have like another housing area over here for, you know, just some aesthetics things too. Because I mean, I put this all the way out here just to kind of have the edge of our border. I mean, I could go a little bit further, build like a few more houses along the river, and then have, you know, stuff over here too. And this is pretty open. Of course, you have the road. Then it's uphill, so yeah, I don't like that. Building on a hill is not good, so yeah, I don't want to go too far over here. I think this area will work pretty well for animals. Then I can condense these in here a little bit, take out some of these trees. So, yes. Yeah, a lot of talking, a lot of planning. But, yeah, I think I'm going to leave the episode there. Obviously, I have to boot the well, too. But thanks for watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Have a good one.